Bad Hats Theatre launches a March Break digital festival today through Friday. Free programming for all ages, including grown-ups. They've got original short films, musical podcasts, and a restreaming of their hit production of Alice in Wonderland. And here with more is Bad Hats AD Fiona Sauder and managing and artistic producer Matt Pilipiak. I think I got those names right. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us. Fiona, let's start with you and talk about these bad shorts. 5 original short films, 5 teams developing these things, and it sort of involves all the senses too, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So the Bad Shorts started as a bit of an experiment. We wanted to see what we could do if we paired together artists from different disciplines. So each film actually is made by a group of artists that are composed of a writer, a composer, and a illustrator or a graphic artist. And so each team of 3 was asked to be inspired by one of the 5 senses and create a script and a score and images around that. And then Matt and I, as co-directors of the films, took those with our cinematographer, Sandro Pahar, and made these 5 offerings that are all very unique and very different, but have been made by this amazing group of artists.
That's a really cool sort of reverse engineering, huh?
Yeah, well, we didn't know what we would get, and we're really happy with how everything turned out, and that each film is really something different. If you engage with each of them, you'll never see the same idea or sort of execution twice.
Oh, I like that. Matt, let's talk about this 6-episode musical podcast adapted from a very popular book.
Yeah, absolutely. So this the podcast is called the Stillwater School for Mosquitoes, and it is a co-production with a really wonderful group of artists called the Mulligans, and they have adapted a book called The Mosquito Brothers by Griffin Ondaatje and turned into a 6-episode musical podcast that will be a part of our March Break Digital Festival. Each episode features a part of a wonderful story about a mosquito named Din Needles, who is the youngest of 401 mosquito siblings and the only mosquito who does not want to fly in his family. And it explores all of the multifaceted parts of that with a lot of humor and heart. And every episode also features at-home exercises for the listeners to do alongside listening, as well as educational and curriculum-based connections to tie in some of what they're learning in the podcast to some things that they might be learning about in real life.
Also so creative and so interactive. And Fiona, this whole production certainly over March Break wouldn't be complete without a sort of reimagining or representation of Alice in Wonderland, one of your big hits, and this is in partnership with Soul Pepper.
Yeah, so this is a production that was meant to, like many productions during the pandemic, happen live back in 2020, and then we decided to staged the thing anyway in 2021, and we filmed it and released it digitally last April, and it streamed globally, and thousands and thousands of people watched it, which was amazing. And so we thought we'd bring it back. Like all our work, it's very musical in nature and very physical ensemble-based theater, and yeah, it's a real riot of a time and such a great story. So that'll be just on the final Sunday of this festival, which runs the 14th to the 20th. So on Sunday the 20th, you'll be able to watch Alice for free all day. That's
awesome. And you know, Matt, none of this really works without sponsorship partnerships, and you guys, 60 different artists at work throughout this really generous production scheme, but the Canada Council for Arts as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The Canada Council for the Arts did a Digital Now program, a grant that they did, and both the Bad Shorts as well as the Stillwater School for Mosquitoes podcast is made possible through the Canada Council of the Arts. Of course, our partnership with the Mulligans made this podcast possible with our festival, and then with Alice in Wonderland, our partnership with Soul Pepper. So lots of collaboration happening to make this festival happen.
Fiona, quickly before we go, how do people register, information, reach out?
So it's very simple. All you have to do is go to our website at www.badhatstheater.com. The homepage will take you everywhere you need to go to consume the podcast, the Alice production, and the Bad Shorts. You can also watch or listen to the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts, but through Spotify is a great place to find it. But
Great.
Our website is the place to go. All the content is free Monday through Sunday of March Break starts today. So as of today, you can tune in and watch the first Bad Short and the first episode of Stillwater School for Mosquitoes. So tune in.
So great. Fiona, Matt, from the Bad Hats Theatre, thank you so much. Have a great day, and thank you for supplying all this good stuff for March Break.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.